going on, everyone? Doing a little ride to work vlog today. Hope everyone's doing good in isolation and quarantine and lockdown mode. I hope you guys didn't actually like quote lose your job. I hope they just said for the time being, you know, we're gonna shut down for just a couple minutes, you know what I mean? I hope no one actually lost their job. But we're on our way to work right now on the DRZ400, baby. Love this bike. This is my brand new bike. I love this thing. Such a blast to ride. Extremely light. In my last video, I don't know if you guys saw or not, but I've got two Ducatis, and man, they are just such heavy bikes compared to this thing. Super light, super nimble. I mean, it's a dirt bike, you know. It's a dirt bike. It's crazy light. It's super fun. And for once, a bike that actually gets good gas mileage. My other bikes don't even, I mean, I guess it also depends how you ride, but that's what I like about this bike is you can kind of ride it kind of hard and it still gets somewhat good gas mileage. My other bikes, the Ducatis, you kind of really have to baby those bikes to, you know, get somewhat of good gas mileage. I would say the only issue that I have, and it's not even an issue, it is me 100% nitpicking, is I wish it had a 6th gear. All my other bikes have, you know, 6-speed transmissions, and then you know, going from 6-speed to a 5-speed was just kind of odd. But you know, this isn't a freeway flying bike. It's just a regular, everyday city normal style bike. It's not a freeway motorcycle or anything like that. It's got plenty of power for me to do the little city stuff, and you know, so if I need to take a freeway, I mean, I've ridden this on the freeway multiple times already, but you know, it's just, I guess I could re-gear it, you know, change the sprockets a little bit for better freeway, but I like the quick little acceleration that it has now. That's what's cool to me about it. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, it's a fantastic bike. I used to I just actually changed locations at my job, so now I'm a lot closer. Like I used to have to ride 40 miles a day to get to work on this thing, and now I only have to ride about 10 miles or so it's actually really cool. You know, to be a lot closer to work, I can actually leave at a somewhat normal time versus you know, when you're 40 miles away, you got to leave an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours ahead of before you're even supposed to start. So it's kind of nice being that close. Again, I used to work at this location a couple years ago, 3-4 years ago, so I guess it's okay. It's kind of nice being back. It's weird, you know, the original crew that I started at this store when it was brand new, right when it first opened. I started there, and that was, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. 2016 maybe, 15, I don't know, something like that. You know, so going back there is nice. The layout, the feel of it's nice, but you know, none of the original people are still there, so that's what's kind of weird is you know, you knowing the store And then you have these people like, oh, let me show you around and let me help you and stuff, and they're just being nice. But it's weird how you work somewhere for a couple of years, you get seniority there, you leave and then come back and that seniority's gone. So it's not a big deal or anything by any means whatsoever, but it's just kind of an odd feeling, I guess you could say. Just a little weird. But you know, it is what it is, man. But I hope everyone's being good and being safe, being healthy, keeping that distance away. That's one thing where I work. My goodness, the customers that come in, they don't care about social distancing. They think it's all a sham, you know, a complete waste of time, this and that. They don't care at all, you know, about social distancing and everything. So I just want all you guys to be safe, be prepared, you know, which I'm sure most of you guys are. You know, it's kind of hard to do it too, and I get that. It's hard to be friendly with people, do all that stuff, and then out of nowhere told you can't do that, you can't hang out with friends, you can't go anywhere. Now it's just trying to adjust to that. So that's what's kind of weird. But it's a ghost town. That's what's so weird. I mean, it's nice because you get to go to work without any traffic or anything. You know, you don't have to worry about a thing, but it is kind of spooky. I mean, when you know that there's be all these cars everywhere and there's not, it's just kind of weird. It's just, I mean, it's just weird, I guess. People are told to stay inside, and now Oregon just went on a total lockdown, except for essential stores. Those have to remain open, but they still have to follow by the rules, you know, the 6-foot rules, and they have to accommodate and keep employees and customers safe, of course. So it is kind of weird, I guess, doing that as well, you know, having to tell people, hey, stay. We have this in front of the counters, we have tape, we have red tape saying, you know, 6 feet, please stay back. And it's kind of weird to tell people to stay back. You know, you can't come up to the counter until you're ready to pay. And then when you're ready to pay, if it's a card, they put the card in the machine, you step back and wait for it to process. If it's cash, they're supposed to put the card or the cash down on the counter while you've already stepped back, and then they come up, give you the cash. Once they set the cash down on the counter, they step back again, you come forward, you take the cash, put it in your register, you put the change on the counter, and then you step back so they can grab the change. So that's kind of a new thing for sure. It's kind of odd. Definitely odd, actually, not kind of. But ooh, a little slip. But you know, we're getting through it. We're figuring it out. We're trying to you know, just make things work. We're trying to still provide for the community, those who are not sick yet. Emphasize on the yet part. You know, I mean, I had a customer yesterday come in coughing like crazy, and I'm just like, man, you know, I'm sure it's just a cold, but in times like these, I don't know if you can just be like, I don't know, is it a cold, is it not, is it actually COVID-19, what's the deal, you know? I don't know how you're supposed to take it, if you're supposed to take it as just a cold or what. So it is kind of weird, but anyway, alright guys, I am almost to work, so I will talk to you guys later, probably on the ride back home from work. But just wanted to talk to you guys, vent a little bit. on my way to work. If you have any suggestions, things you'd like to see while this whole thing is going on, let me know in the comments. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.